Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin has now unfortunately confirmed a major warning signal. Be slightly more careful today because I do have some bad news. Let me show you. First, you are going to see that we hit our 0.5 Fibonacci retracement price target almost exactly. It was aligning with the liquidity level at approximately 82,200 US dollars. But why did we get a push towards the upside in the first place? Because remember from our yesterday's live stream, paying attention to the CVD indicator, we were actually getting a bearish and not a bullish indication right here. The CVD indicator, the yellow line, was clearly pushing towards the upside. We were forming brand new higher highs, while Bitcoin at this time was still getting another lower high. What does it mean? Buying pressure was coming in the market, not able to push the price higher, bearish divergence, bearish absorption, and also a bearish Bitcoin indication. However, it does look like the bearish divergence right here clearly did not play out. We got another push towards the upside, hitting the 0.5 and also the liquidity level. But why are both of those price targets right here such an important level? Remember, the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level is usually one of the price targets of the second Elliott wave. That is why we need to talk about our bearish Elliott wave scenario in a case Bitcoin is right now going to continue massively towards the upside. And in this scenario, of course, the top is actually right now in at approximately 92,300 US dollars. That is also actually one of the reasons why I do remain in my short trade on Bitcoin and also in the short trade on Ethereum. In a case we are going to go lower, my long trades are going to get stopped out on Bitcoin and also on XRP, but of course my short trades are going to be in an even bigger profit. Later in the video, I'm even going to share with you where potentially you can be looking to fire another buy or maybe even another sell position on BTC itself. But right now, I want to show you exactly what we can be expecting in the upcoming hours, in the upcoming days, if we start going lower, and of course also if we are going to start breaking our major area of support at approximately 90,000 US dollars. We right now need to go with our Elliott impulsive wave right here, where we can right now say we got the first impulse right here, we got right now the correction, and of course, if we start going lower very impulsively, Bitcoin is in this scenario forming the third biggest Elliott wave towards downside. Then of course, we can be expecting the fourth one, and then also another final push down for Bitcoin to finish the local 5-wave price structure. But what is going to be right here the price target of the third Elliott wave, and also what is going to be some kind of a confirmation when we can then say, okay, the third Elliott wave is very likely to be formed in the upcoming days. First of all, let's go with our trend-based Fibonacci extension, where we are going to be measuring the 1.618 Fibonacci extension price target. We go very simply from the high right here, back towards the low, back towards our high. And you can right to see the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, which is the first target of the third Elliott wave, is coming in at 83,300 US dollars. The second target then is going to be slightly lower at approximately 81,144 US dollars. So definitely, if Bitcoin is going to collapse right here, I definitely hope you're ready for much lower price targets in the upcoming days. Of course, this right here is then only going to be the third Elliott wave. We can still be expecting the fourth one and then also the fifth one, which probably it is going to go much below 80,000 US dollars. But of course, at least as of right now, we are not breaking our major support areas towards the downside just yet. And even if you look like that, looking right now at the exponential moving averages on the 1 hourly time frame, we actually even got another bullish cross only a few hours ago. So if you look like that, on the 1 hourly, we are in an uptrend. On the 2 hourly, we are also, at least right now, still in an uptrend. On the 4 hourly time frame, yes, Bitcoin right now is still moving in an uptrend. So technically speaking, looking right now only at the trend, definitely we do have a higher probability of moving towards the upside. But the thing is, the problem is going to be if our local support area right here at approximately 90,000 US dollars is going to get broken back towards upside. And before we do talk about that, I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1,000 likes are really possible. And of course, also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Right now, let me do share with you a bullish scenario that right now, in my opinion at least, a lot of people are paying attention to, because on the daily time frame we might be forming some kind of a bullish pattern. And of course, a lot of people, a lot of retail traders really like trading patterns. what we can right now say, okay, for the past few days, Bitcoin has been getting very nice higher lows right here. But with our highs, we have been forming almost equal highs at approximately 94,000 US dollars. So definitely the shape of Bitcoin price action on the daily time frame, it looks like an ascending triangle. And of course, an ascending triangle actually does have a higher probability of breaking towards the upside. However, with our triangle always, you need to pay attention to the volume. If the volume is going lower and lower and lower, the entire time we are forming a triangle. And yes, this right here is actually the case. We are seeing a major push down in our volume. The entire time Bitcoin is forming this specific ascending triangle. So I would definitely say that on the daily time frame, it looks kinda okay. That does mean I would be looking for another long trade where we are as of right now. And of course, also if you look like that, I still do remain in my long trade on Bitcoin and also on XRP. But the reality is, if we are going to get a push towards the upside above our triangle right here, definitely in this scenario, Bitcoin is also going to hit another important price target. But what is right now actually going to be the target of our triangle here? Let's go with the trend line to measure the entire opening of our triangle and putting the trend line on the potential breakout that might or might not occur in the upcoming days. If you look like that, we could be looking all the way up to approximately 106,000 US dollars. Definitely, if you have been watching my videos for the past couple of days, this right here is not going to be my first target. If Bitcoin does start actually moving towards the upside, my first target is going to be the golden Fibonacci ratio when we right to measure this entire push down, going with the golden pocket, and you can right now definitely see the first important target is the golden pocket, and only if this one gets broken towards the upside, we could potentially look for the price target of our triangle. But also, what if the triangle is going to get a break towards the upside? What is in this scenario going to be our target when we again measure the opening of the triangle, putting the trend line on the potential breakout? And what you're right now going to see, the target is clearly going to be another lower low at approximately 77,000 US dollars. And to be honest right now, looking at our Bearish Elliot wave count, I was also talking about on our yesterday's live stream, it does make slightly more sense for Bitcoin to get another push towards the downside, literally in the upcoming days. And of course, in this scenario, we are again looking for the targets below our recent low, below 80,000 US dollars. Also right now, let me do share with you exactly at what area Bitcoin has been trading right now for the past few hours, because what you're going to see, you probably remember our very important volume level we have been talking about for a very long time. Measuring right now the entire bottom price action with volume, you're going to see Bitcoin is really trying to reclaim the value area high at approximately 92,000 US dollars. This specific value area high, the upper volume level, in my opinion, it is definitely going to be still another important level, because if we are going to reclaim it towards the upside, only in this scenario, I would be looking for a bigger golden Fibonacci ratio to actually be hit at approximately 98,000 US dollar area. But until we break our value area high right here, even though yes, we are right now moving in an uptrend on the 4-hourly, 2-hourly, and also the 1-hourly time frame, unfortunately, there is still a higher probability Bitcoin does get another push down. Why so? One of the reasons for that is going to be the Bitcoin CME future chart. The CME gap is clearly going to be below our recent lows at approximately 88,000 US dollars. This right here is definitely acting as a magnet for Bitcoin, but also another important area is going to be a major liquidity level, literally exactly below all of our recent lows right here. Because what you can right to see, for the past few days, Bitcoin has been pushing towards the upside and we have been forming many higher lows. So what does it mean? It means we do have liquidity exactly below this low, we have liquidity exactly below this low, we have liquidity exactly below this low right here, and of course also we do have liquidity exactly below this low. So there is going to be a major liquidity level hit if Bitcoin right now does get a push towards downside. And not only that, look right now at this specific structure. We have been forming many higher lows. The first low right here for liquidity purposes, another one right here, another liquidity level, and of course also right here, another liquidity level, and of course also right here, another liquidity level. There is a lot of liquidity if Bitcoin does right now get another push towards downside. So that is why all of those liquidity levels right here are actually a major magnet for Bitcoin. But of course, I'm not going to try and guess right here. If we reclaim our value area high, bullish indication indication for Bitcoin, we can be looking for higher. But the thing is, right now, even though we are in an uptrend, those liquidity levels, in my opinion, do definitely have a higher probability of getting hit, maybe even in the upcoming days. But of course, if we do get a push towards upside, the trading bots are actually going to be buying the dip for us. Yes, both of the trading bots right here, Bitcoin and Ethereum trading bot, are right now set up, so they are going to be buying the dip for me. The Bitcoin bot is buying all the way down towards 65,000 US dollars. The Ethereum bot is buying all the way down towards 2,000 US dollars, and both of them are right now being in a very nice profit. This very much choppy price action is almost perfect for the trading bots because they are buying and selling almost constantly. That is why using the bots right here in those market conditions, in my opinion, is very, very smart. And of course, if you want to use them right here, you can simply create an account on Pionex using this specific link because you're going to get some beautiful bonuses. Only after you register, you're going to get 50 USDT, but then also make sure you deposit at least 100, you get another 100, deposit 1,000, you get 500 US dollars, deposit 5,000, you get another 800 US dollars in a free bonus. And then simply deploy the bots using this specific link because you're going to copy my exact settings I'm right now using for the Bitcoin and also the Ethereum trading bot. Right now, let's also talk about the Bitcoin liquidation heat map on the 1 week time frame. Clearly, bigger liquidations on Bitcoin are going to be exactly below the recent lows, where you can right now see, if we go lower, we are going to liquidate approximately 141 million of long positions from the entire crypto market. This right here is currently the biggest liquidations cluster on the 1 week and also on the 2 week time frame. That is why this right here is unfortunately a bearish indication for Bitcoin as well. Also, what if we right now go with the Adler stochastic CG oscillator on the daily time frame? Here the story is going to be slightly different because yes, we just got another push down right here. We are being in the oversold area on the daily time frame on the Adlers, and this right here is a bullish indication for Bitcoin because previous few times when we hit the oversold area, Bitcoin clearly got another very nice push towards the upside. But the reality is, what if we are right now zooming out on the 1 week time frame? Here of course, unfortunately, once again, the story is going to be completely different. We are being in the overbought area on the weekly on the Adlers, and if you look like that, it is going to be more of a bearish indication for BTC. So right now our plan on Bitcoin is staying very, very simple. If we are going to get another major push down, definitely pay attention towards our major liquidity levels. The best level for you to be looking for a buy on BTC, in my opinion, it is definitely going to be exactly below our recent lows, definitely below 80,000 US dollars, if not even lower, below 75 or maybe even 70,000 US dollars below our recent low right here. In a case we are going to get the acceptance above the value area high, above our volume level right here, in this scenario, I'm looking for the bigger golden Fibonacci ratio at approximately 97 and 98,000 US dollars, where of course also I'm going to look to fire another short or a sell trade in a case we are right now going to get another push towards the upside. But the reality right now is liquidity levels are actually right now very, very strong. Not only the liquidity levels, also the major liquidation clusters right here, and that is why in my opinion the probability right now it is still higher for Bitcoin to get another push down. But again, we are going to get more bearish only after our major liquidity level right here, the first one, is going to get broken back towards downside. That is right now why if you want to start using my exact trading bots that are actually going to be buying the dip for you, click this specific link down below in the description, create an account on Pionex, you register, you get a bonus, you deposit, you get a bonus, and then simply deploy the bots using this specific link down below in the description. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.